Good morning. Welcome to episode number 14. Everything's better when it sits on our Ritz. And we're doing City Ritz again today. Welcome to episode number 14. Everything's better when it sits on our Ritz. 1 second. There we go. Thank you. It gets me every time. I have my stream on to help me monitor it, but to make sure that it's up. And every once in a while, I'll check the volume on it. Unfortunately, it got me. So what I was going to say is I was doing the Ritz when I cut off yesterday. We do have generally at 9 o'clock, the servers do come down on a Tuesday. So they'll probably come down at 9 o'clock today on a Tuesday, which gives us about an hour and a half to do some Ritz. We're doing the Evil Ritz, and we're doing the ones out of Freeport. They're the ones between level 20 and 24. I have 2 more left to do before I go back in and refresh them. Both of these will be taking place in Nectalos Forest. Nectalos Forest, and I was looking for these spiders, these forest leapers. I was trying not to use the map, going all over the place. And I thought, well, there are spiders on the beach, but the spiders have like 5 different names in this zone. Shadow lurkers, shadow leapers, and various versions of that. And there are some spiders on the beach. But they're called forest leapers. So the ones I'm looking for are called forest leapers, so they're not those. Well, sure enough, I come over here, and they decided the name for the ones on the beach will have the word forest in them, and then the ones in the forest will be called shadows and everything else. I know I don't need mine. I just came out of Fallen Gate yesterday where I was doing triple up orange mobs, multiple packs of them. And here I have some non-aggro at level spiders, non-heroic at level spiders. I don't think that the last thing I need in here is Lost Dragoons. It is yellow, so they're... And the thing is, there are yellow mobs on the beach, too. Nereus fiddlers. Those are crabs, not spiders. Ooh, what's this? Maybe it's a quest. Let's find out. Nope. Well, that's a quest. The 5% off coupon. We'll go ahead and pass on that. I don't know if this is the only... If it's the only holiday that they... drop coupons? I can't recall. I've seen them in other years. I know that for this specific Erolosi Day. So we learned the other day that the barbarians were the barbarian race in the game were Erolosi Mar and Nathaniel Mar's offspring. But aren't the Froglocks the children of Mar? I don't know this for sure. Even though I've played the game for 18 years, I have not read the lore before, so that is why I don't mind going through and reading the lore. I think some people catching the VODs probably would prefer that I not read the lore because they maybe don't read it themselves when they're playing the game. And I understand that, having spent 18 years not caring one bit to read the lore of the game. But I will read it. I'll read it because I'm not going to be reading it again, so... if you're reading something for the first and the last time, it helps you get through something when you know it's the last time you're going to have to do it. Sometimes you feel like it's the last time you're going to have the privilege of doing it. Not in this case, but I have nothing against lore. It makes it kind of, it's flavor. It's flavor, right? Lost Dragoons. Lost Dragoons will be skeletons, I would assume, unless they're zombies. I thought that maybe what the word lost meant was that they had lost their lives, but maybe they just lost their way. Maybe they're Viking fans. Yeah, I can find them, or I can look where they're at and go to them. I wonder what that was, what that sparkly thing was I just saw. And where is my... There he is. All right. We're going to look up this quest, Defending the Cartographers. So the idea behind this writ is that Freeport is sending people out to map this zone, and they're getting picked off by these Lost Dragoons. "13 in the forest, they can be found near." Well, that answers my question. It is not a random number. 2 streams ago, I wondered aloud if writs were a randomized number of mobs or not. I find myself talking in this voice that's different than normal whenever the dogs have not gotten out of bed yet. I don't know why. And then I get a little bit more animated after they're already up. Surely there's more than 4. There are more than 4, and don't call me Shirley. If I had something to do over again, I would spend a little bit more money on my mic arm. I'd get one of the spring-loaded ones that you don't have to adjust the screws to move them around. The reason being, when you sit down in a chair, you sit slightly different every time you sit down in the chair. And therefore, your microphone needs to be adjusted slightly. This microphone, although I don't have to eat it, there's plenty of people who stream who don't have it in their face. This specific Shure SM7B microphone. It does sound a little bit richer because it isn't powered at all. So it is designed for being up in your face. Asmund sounds fine with his just floating off to the side, but he also lives by himself. I think he just yaks as loud as he wants into that thing. My Lost Dragoons, I need another 5 of them. They didn't really specify how many were out here. They just said you can find some around, like this area and around this area. And it looks like they want like a monument to stand around. At least this This specific group wants a little monument to stand around. And I don't see any more monuments. There's a hate blossom. It's that environmental hazard I talked about. You notice my character is vomiting and disease because I got too close to the hate blossom. What is this bridge called? The bridge with no name. There's the funeral pyre. We needed that the other day for something. These are dragoon sentries. They are not lost dragoons. Why do I think of a cookie? Is it a macaroon? I think of a cookie whenever I say dragoon. You, sir, a dragoon. All right, where else are they around? This one, I believe, is this the scout one? Yeah, Boatswain Fomas. So this is the scout one. Now, the problem is, I don't think... where's my waypoint? I don't think I can get the rest of my writs in the same zone. I have either 2 from each faction in Freeport or 3 from each faction in Freeport left at this tier. They were here, weren't they? Is that it? I hit the 2 spots where they're at. I thought that wasp was coming if it was. Does the dragoons do not know that the server comes down in just a little bit? Mound Lake. I feel like there should be more of them. Why not? Why not? We'll take you out, sir. So, yeah, we haven't done any of the quests in this zone. Kind of building them up in our... If we look at our bags here, we have... Boy, they're getting full. But each one of these here is a quest in this zone. And there's more. Like this, we need these charred bones. There's actually a right and left tibia and a right and left fibia or something. Something like that. Oh, look, here's my 5% off for Aralosi Day merchandise. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, here's a rib cage. So this goes with the charred bones. And then I had this broken halfling skull, which I've done already, and that's not a quest in this zone anyway. It's a quest in the Fallen Gate. Now we need the quest respawn 8 mobs to kick in. There we go. It kicked in. Well, we got 2. We need 4. All right, there's number 3 coming out. Good. And there's 4 hiding behind the old... Well, thank goodness. They only gave us 8 mobs in the map, and there were 12 for the writ. 13. 13 for the writ. No. Putting on those writs. Okay, good. There's the other. And we did it, boys and galleys. We finished a quest.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
Yeah, probably got double feedback on that one. So it's time to head back into Freeport. Let's pick up another badge. That Daidu emptied out way too. There must be a hole in the can or something. It emptied out way too fast. This is the tricky part because I have to. I wrote down the quest by the. I'll show you. On my world famous spreadsheet, I wrote down the quests, the evil tasks. Here they are. Let's zoom in. I think 150 is a good size to show up. The text doesn't show up very well otherwise. And I just finished these forest leapers on the beach that I was whining about, and the lost dragoons there. So now, as you can see, along the top are factions in Freeport. They're on our tab called Evil Tasks. If we went to the good tasks, you would see the Kinos ones and the Skeleton ones there. So if we go down to Evil Tasks, and in this tier that we're currently in, we're level 22. So we can get these between the levels of 20 and 24. We can choose these city tasks to do. If you mentor down to an appropriate tier, then you can do them as well. So, for example, I should probably go to Gorowin and go down to level 10 and see if I can grab these two just to clean that up. So right now I'm talking to the Seafaring Buccaneers. So I got to find the one that gives me Tortured Rangers or Blighted Denzians. They're both going to be in Fallen Gate based on the name. So I know I did this. These were the beach things. Let's try this one. This one is going to be... It solicited me to clear a path for the treasure hunters by killing the interlopers. It is in Fallen Gate. The only thing I can really do here is just accept it, and then Vexian Dragoons.
Thank you for a job well done. I'm afraid we have another
That's what I just killed.
that requires your skill.
So I'm going to just double click it over on the side of my screen.
Scrounge up some...
That'll bring it up here, and I can just delete it here. I hate to state the obvious, but if somebody happens through and they don't play the game on a regular basis or are trying to figure it out, that's how you do that. All right. Secrets of the Overlord. By destroying the Tortured Rangers, I do need this one. So I will accept the quest, kill the Tortured Rangers, and then I'll do this off screen most of the time, but I'll mark it here that I am currently working on it so I don't forget later. And I'll just make it blue. And so what happens is there's a script on this spreadsheet. if a checkbox is true, checked means true. So if it is true, then the box immediately to its right will turn green, the green color. So it's okay if I make it blue. It doesn't check that it's white or anything or free from formatting. It just says if a box on a spreadsheet is checked, then take the cell immediately to its right and shade it green. And I have no idea how to do that, but thank you. AI is a genius when it comes to spreadsheets, whether it be an Excel spreadsheet or a Google spreadsheet. It's not right all the time, and it's not right. It can be wrong many times, but you keep saying, nope, here's what it did, and it'll think about it some more, and it'll come up with another solution. It'll usually figure out, oh, here's why it didn't work. I think the fastest way to get to the next Ritz is to go up this the nausea spiral. The Dismal Rage, I want to either find mindless corpse or tortured invaders. Let's try this.
Welcome, newcomer. I'm told you seek membership into our esteemed
Tortured
holy order.
invaders. So I'm getting tortured rangers and tortured invaders.
The specifics are found within the pages of this divine document. Return to me once you prove your worth to the gods and their speaker.
Okay, let's go next door. This Writ Giver has moved underground, so we got to get on the elevator and go down. So this elevator brings you up, this elevator brings you down. It's the first time a person comes in here, you might stand here and just wait. Well, what's going on? You have to click that. I had no idea these were down here. When I was a player, probably for the first 8 years, I had no idea. I didn't do Ritz. Because in my mind, if something was had a gray above it, it meant it didn't give experience for doing it, and so I wasn't going to do it. Okay, the arcane science. I need battle mages or gluttons. Gluttons. Remember the gluttons? There were way too many gluttons. Yeah, undead mercenaries. Let's see what that is. I'm just going to accept it and figure it out. I need to kill tormented battle mages. The tormented battle mages are up by where we found the tormented witches. They're not as deep as the anguished gluttons. Okay. He's thanking me for the good work that I'm doing. I've seen several other players. I look at what people have done for quests, and I have seen several others who have done every one of the writs. My hat's off. There is an achievement for doing 8,000 quests in the game. Oops, there's the fighters over there. And we have to go downstairs. The Freeport militia is going to offer me either Nereus Vandals or Constructs of Malice. If I can find the Constructs of Malice, it'll be in Fallen Gate as well, so... Yeah. I don't know. Let's try this. Pursuit of Happiness. Bandits from Nectilus have been sneaking into the common lands and pillaging from the settlements. I don't believe that's it. No.
Salutations.
Grizzlies is not it. Goblins isn't it. Horrors of the Abyss. And Ravage the horrific monstrosities. This sounds like it might be it.
Well, I can't say I'm not
Constructs of Malice.
Perhaps you're stronger than you appear.
That's pretty deep in.
Get lucky.
That's pretty deep in Fallen Gate. So we have our 4. We'll do the Common Lands Druid Ring. It's as close as we're going to get. I forgot to turn on my chat relay. Now I just need to send a text test. Hi, request. Okay, working like a champ. Yeah, so the upside was we got all the quests done in Fallen Gate, but now we're doing City Writs, and we've come to the realization that we have not done every quest. We have less than 1 hour left before the servers come down. Unless for some reason they just don't come down today. They, Darkpaw is trying to figure out, their identity with how they communicate with people. And they have a forum, right? They have a website, they have a forum. And they put announcements on there sometimes, but sometimes they don't. And then sometimes we'll get a message in game that'll just say, get to a safe spot, servers are coming down in an hour, and so on. There's a countdown. Then other times there isn't a countdown. So I haven't really figured out, they haven't really figured out the pattern. And then there are times when they just announce it on their Discord. There has been times that they've announced it after it actually happens, not before. As far as I'm concerned, you should know. You should know it's coming down. It's a Tuesday. It'd be nice if they, it'd be nice if they could get one message. Look at this, 2 shinies within a couple feet of each other. Oh boy, let's clear. We don't need any of these mobs, but let's just go ahead and clear them all out. Would they turn up the drop rate of chests? far away is this one? Yeah, it's 5 feet away. Oh, I might as well see what's in there. I really am not, for the most part. Helm. I think I have 2 of these already. It would have been nice if it would have been a... That's a good reason to just kill all 4 of these. Because I do want the chest piece, I believe. Vexian Dragoon. Chest piece. It's a unique appearance that if you don't have the chest, the shoulders, and the legs, you probably might have a hard time matching them to each other. They have some decent stuff for sale, you know, to pay for with real money, but that's also in a way sort of makes it less unique because others can do the same thing. Whereas if you have to go through level 20 zones and kill lots of things to get the equipment that you're wearing, you may not see it in the game other than on yourself, like the gear that I'm wearing right now. Yeah, we'll throw that in the spell depot. Yeah, everybody should get the helm that I'm wearing because I believe it's just a dark light wood. Just do the quests and you'll get it type of thing. But the rest of the armor is off of killing mobs. Not intentionally, I just noticed I had almost a full set. I did not have the gloves. So I am wearing the Vexian Dragoon gloves right now. Usually the crafting books are not rare unless they end in a 9. 29, 39, you get it, right? 29, 39, so on, are more rare. No, they don't drop less often. It's just that you have to find a mob that's at the very end of... They drop books of their levels, so you have to find level 29, 39, 19 mobs, and that's often not the case. Like, you don't see that necessarily a lot. Maybe more so in dungeons when they want to, of any particular tier of difficulty. They want to put things that are a little more difficult in there than normal, so you may. I haven't studied on it much, but... Okay, I'm looking for battle. Okay. Okay, everything I need is farther. Okay, this could be a little bit of a challenge to get this done before the servers come down, if they come down in time. I do believe I'm going to need to just clear everything here. Everything, assuming everything is a placeholder for the stuff we need. Okay, let's get this guy. focus too much on the battle and more bad. Oh my goodness, we've had everything. Is there anything left here? I wish I could open more than one chest at a time. I don't know. I said I'm done playing this game. I'm playing through it for the last time, but I don't know. There's part of me that wonders what it would be like to level a berserker. So, never say never. I think we can. Oh, should we look inside that other building just to make sure what's in there? Blighted. We wanted tortured. Hello, Shadowfang, you're safe. Yeah, I was hoping and thinking that there's more tortured variety down here. Move around quite a bit, but I always feel like I'm more likely going to hit something in front of me than behind me. Not a buckler guy. Alright, Torture Ranger. Come on. I want you away from that worm. I didn't get away from the worm. Here's the... Trying to have the precision of a surgeon. Now I'm just like, whatever. I already aggroed the entire area. Let's go in. Do the deal. These guys are kind of soft. So we have 9. We need... those 3 guys drop exquisite chests more often than not. Let's see if they'll do it today. $16.50. Treasure chest, as I said. All right, Boots of the Stout. Let's check them out. Boots of the Stout. We're gonna have to clear this. Sorry. Yeah, I picked them up now. Yikes. Yay. We still don't have them all, do we? Now we're going up to the... We need 4 rangers and 2 invaders. 4 rangers 2 invaders. Looks like we're gonna get our invaders here. Excellent.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
Oh, I got old red. I got red. We were trying to avoid red. So we got our first battle mage. These battle mages are in a concentrated area, so we do need to. It's almost reinforces my thought that we're not going to be getting this done before the update, but we'll see. We'll see. We needed the war witches yesterday, and today we need the battle mages. I believe we came back 3 times for the war witches, maybe 4 times for the war witches yesterday. They love handing out that agate ring there. I see it all the time. Alright. And I don't think anything in there is on the same loot table. So we're just going to check inside this building and inside that building. No, war witch figures. We didn't get 2 war witches yesterday when we needed war witches. Well, we should take this battle priest here. 1. Yeah, we didn't do really well, did we, on that? Because we only had 1. I think we had 7, maybe 8 spawns, possible spawns, and we just got the 1. So, rough start. These writs are definitely a patience tester, but I'm in no hurry to have no content. Ooh, hello battle mage from upstairs. Priest. Hi, battle priest. We'd like to put in an order for 1 battle mage. Thank you. Here's some more tormented, which are not battle mages. Come on, RNG, just RN Jesus. Alright, think we emptied out the joint? We did. Carbonite. So out of those, carbonate. Let's see what these drawers look like. You're kind of limited in your wardrobe. You can purchase more, but there is a hard cap on your wardrobe size. And although those are unique, I can't see myself ever wishing that I had kept a common drop item. I need me another soda. Yeah, the dogs were up late last night, so I don't know when I'll see them because they were watching me leave this morning. Cold today. A lot of schools in the area are closed. Like almost all of them are closed. Oh, good. Little named is up there. I usually have to kill him, so might as well be tech tight. Generally pick up that roamer. I will not do it intentionally. Because we have tormented... No. What do we have? Constructs of malice to take care of. I hope I'm thinking of the right mobs. Constructs of malice. I should check after this. Well, I don't have to. I can just bring up my journal. If it says the current location, sort quests by current location, then at least I know that they're in here, in this specific zone. So by current zone, I have, Horrors of the Abyss. So So we're gonna do this. We're gonna, after these guys stop attacking, looks like I keep picking up an extra one. Guy doesn't want to move. Thought I could pull him over here. And then this guy keeps healing himself. Not very well, but he keeps healing himself. Carbonite chainmail coif. I'm getting a whole set of this. All right. Let's go ahead and reload the diet do, and then we'll get a little deeper and get those constructs. Okay, we are back. Now, I do know that I have a do problem, but it is diet do, and I'm not a pudgy man, but I have type 2 diabetes anyway, thanks to my genetics, and then I find that if I don't, like, I'm going to get something sweet one way or another, and the willpower just isn't the strongest. Diet do kind of keeps those cravings at bay pretty well, and I supplement it typically with nuts, cashews, or like a heart healthy mix. But unfortunately, because this microphone is like, it's a close microphone, I do my best not to smack. I do my best not to put a big swallow sound in the mic. One of my pet peeves is people that eat on stream. And I don't mind, maybe they would have like a snack bar or a handful of something. But the people that'll bring their plate up to the computer, like, it's okay. It's okay. Turn your stream off. Go eat. Or turn your camera and mic off. And just put a little thing up there. I'm eating. I'll talk to you later. Right? But that's just me. I've noticed it more. Like, you would see it in this game. When actually I did see it. There's a streamer that I watch occasionally, and the streamer would, always separated food time from stream time. But then the Desert of Flames came out the other day, and then the streamer had a plate right under the microphone and just kind of scooping it up, eating, like, just not barely chewing. And I admire the passion. I do. I admire it quite a bit. It takes a lot of fortitude to try to be the first to get to a certain level in a game like this, because there's a lot of people you're competing against, and you got to give up a lot of sleep to do it. And some people will change their work schedule to do it, and so on. I couldn't do that. I couldn't live with myself. Now I'm not judging. I'm not judging people that do it. Even though I say I couldn't live with myself, it's because that's the way that I view the world, is that a game shouldn't take the place of the thing that feeds my family. The thing that pays for the roof over my head, or the auto insurance, or whatever. Plus, I've always worked a salaried job. And even though a salaried job doesn't have a schedule, it also has a certain expectation to it. And people call in sick, ask for days off all the time for salaried jobs. But I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess I'm trying to get my point across about something without it making it sound like I'm judging or condemning anyone else's decisions. 'Cause I just feel like it's just silly to do that, to live that kind of a existence. You should have an opinion. Opinions are important because they cause you to evaluate your environment and your surroundings and your situation, but you shouldn't feel compelled to put that upon somebody else. They'll feel the way they feel, and they have a right to feel a different way than you feel. There aren't two opinions, your opinion and the wrong opinion. And even certain opinions have different degrees of belief in them. So, especially political topics. One thing you probably will never hear in a political debate is, I see your point. I agree with you. Political debates tend to go this way. You're an idiot. End of debate. There's a whole bunch more words in there, but basically, you're an idiot. Somebody will probably want to throw out the word Hitler or fascist because it makes you seem smarter if you say those things. Oh, let's throw in racist while we're at it. You know, strong words. Hyperbole. Okay, we finished one.
You just finished a quest.
And that
Oh yeah. Raise your sword
probably
up
the
in
strongest
the air.
political
Claim
opinion
your
on
loot and
Very
take
Dragon.
a rest. In
And in general.
EverQuest, you are the best.
We're here to play games, not change the world. That sort of, because I watch a lot of Asmongold. That a little bit disappointing to me. He's an educated man. I almost said smart, but I think he knows a lot. I watched him for a reason. I hang out with people whose intelligence I admire. Yeah, but it's a really tough go when you're watching somebody because of their gameplay. And then they end up being somebody else, something else. And for what he is attempting to be, he does a good job at it. I think the main reason that he doesn't is because he doesn't need the audience. The main reason he does it is it exercises his brain, trying to process all the different things, all the different information out there. That's my take from it. We did have to get this wrong. So we got the Rangers, we got 3 Rangers, and then those Battle Mages, and that is an RNG. Even in here, if somebody's ever watching and they want to give their opinion, I am not gonna prevent somebody from, unless it's a destructive, and that would be opinion on, that would be my opinion, but it is my channel, so. But I have 2 boys. One of them disagrees with just about every point of view that I have politically. Doesn't mean that, doesn't mean my feelings about him change based on that. It's just, it is what it is. And if we all agreed with each other, there's an old saying, right? If we all agree with each other, then we're not all necessary. I think the world is better off having progressive and conservative-minded people. I just wish they wouldn't fight so much with each other, and I wish that they would try to learn from each other. Because it's another way of processing information. It's another point of view. But the loudest voices are always those that are at the far end of opinions, and the far ends of opinions are so far apart that it ends up tearing us in 2 directions. EverQuest 2. So I'm in Fallen Gate. I'm doing the Freeport City Ritz, and I'm on the last batch of the ones that I just grabbed. So I can get 4 at a time, 1 from each faction, 1 from each house. I don't even know how I would say that. Archetype, you got your mages, priests, healers. No, I just said priests and healers. That's the same thing. You got your mages, priests, fighters, and scouts. They all have like a base in Freeport and the other cities. Each one of them, when you are at a certain level, adventure level, will offer a whole new set of kill tasks, with which completing you may get faction with them. Faction and some type of currency. And then you can buy things from them based on your standing with them and the amount of currency you have, or the amount of currency. Not really sure how I want to phrase that, because to be flat out 100% open about it, I have never purchased anything from them. I'm not doing these writs to purchase things from them. I'm doing these writs so that I can do every faction, every quest in the game. And doing every quest in the game is impossible because some have been removed. Now, some require you to be good or evil. And that's fine. You can betray the city that you're currently associated with, a citizen of. Right now, I'm a citizen of Freeport. I can betray to Kinos and become good aligned. And then I can do the quest only available for good characters. I can even go so far as, I can't see this happening by the way, I can even go so far as to buy a race change potion and do racial quests, but it's so few, I cannot see it being worth the amount of money that you pay because they are expensive. Well, we will be 5, so we don't have half, but I have not seen a server message yet saying that the servers are coming offline. Maybe they won't, but maybe they also will. Because of that Desert of Flame release being more of a major, they might just simply need to restart it. But they're on a different server. Anyway, they might need to restart it for a couple reasons. Number one, several servers went down the other night without explanation. So they may want to try to clean that up a little bit. But alternatively, because they did come down, maybe they feel like they've already had the restart for the... How do I get this guy without splashing that guy indoors? Did I pull it off? I either pulled it off or he's not in there. So now I'm curious. Is the Red Dead Redemption in there? No, he's not even in there. Warwitch, Dragoon. So I got one more. You can see my battle mage up there up ahead. And I will be officially halfway done after clearing the area twice. So if that continues, I will have to clear this area 4 times. I don't know what the respawn rate is, but I also don't need to leave anymore. I don't have to go deeper in to kill anything, so I got my dailies done, so I don't need to go. When I said daily, what I mean is I got my daily loyalty tasks completed. I did not do my daily trade skill apprentice. I had been doing the Danik shipyards, all of the Kunark basically. So I've been doing all the Kunark daily just to work on the factions for when I do get to, when am I going to get to that expansion at this rate? A year from now? Okay. Erolosi Day, from what I've just been reading in chat, ends in 2 days. I wonder if they'll bring the server down then instead. There's only one way to know for sure. We are going to go to, we're going to keep our head on a swivel here, but we're going to go to the website. Believe it or not, I don't actually even have a link to their official website. I don't have a link to the website on this profile. I do have a link to the website. Forums. Update notes. February 11th? No. So February 11th is the last update notes, but the update notes actually show up after that. Let's see. Server downtime February 11th. Yeah. I guess we can check Discord. We have the time. Nobody has flat out asked if the servers were coming down. So the servers came down on the 16th, so that was actually just 2 days ago. This guy is trying to get this. Grants a bonus effect to level 10 summoned familiars that grants max health and bonus flurry and fervor based off of caster's current fervor. So he wanted this buff, right? And so he was opening up these Cult of Vol rare familiar packs. And so he opened up 128 of the 20s. So in other words, he opened up 2,560 familiar packs. He paid almost $32 for those 20 packs. So he paid over $400 to get the buff. And then somebody said, yeah, the last time it only took $500. So he didn't spend $4,000, did he? Okay, I'm doing my math wrong. 10,000 Daybreak is $85. It's a lot. I can't do the math, but somebody said, oh, like $5,000. And then somebody else said, why would... All right. The guy spent over $3,000 for the buff. Why? Does he realize that in November it's his money, he can do what he wants? I'm judging. Never mind. Let me reword it to be fair to the guy. I don't even know who it was. Or the girl. I don't know who it was. But try not to use non-judgmental language here. That's... Oh. It's interesting that... There we go. It's interesting somebody would spend $3,000 for a buff that's not even going to last a year before it's obsolete. I would assume, right? You would think when the next expansion comes, which it will be in November, that wouldn't have the value that it has right now. So $3,000 for 9 months. Right, and everything is. Some people, $3,000 is months of existence, and then other people, $3,000 is a day. So, albeit not few, 1% of the people, $3,000 a day wouldn't be anything. Boy, I think it's time to shave. I think it's time to shave the old whiskers because it's, they're getting caught on the microphone. The windscreen on the microphone. It's a fairly long discussion about that, that and drop rates and cost and so on. And then somebody said, well, the game has to stay afloat somehow. And then somebody else did the forehead, the smack my forehead. But I'd rather have somebody spend $3,000 on a crate than having them, raise our subscription price. Also, the profits that they make will encourage them to develop the next iteration of the game. So, buy your crates, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, buy your crates. I almost spent $5,000 on a computer. I was waiting for the 5090s to come out. I had been saving and saving and saving and putting up with an aging computer longer and longer and longer. And I thought, well, NVIDIA's got to come up with the next generation pretty soon. And then there were hints, here it comes. It's coming, everybody. It's coming, everybody. And I had the $5,000 just waiting. I was ready to go to $6,000 if I needed to. And it was just money that I made that I didn't need. Literally didn't need it. And my wife was like, you don't need this money. Why are you continuing to work? And I said, because I want to waste it. I want money that I can waste. And I truly consider it waste. That's the way I said it. I said, it's out of line. I do not want to use my retirement money to pay for a $5,000 computer. And so I'm going to sub. She's like, you don't, that's so stressful. Subbing for you is stressful. And I said, it is stressful, but as I said, I do not want to spend my retirement money on a $5,000 computer. And so I did sub for 3 months. I got the money. I was ready to spend the $5,000. And when it came right down to it, Costco came out with, didn't come out with it. Costco had a bunch of 4080 supers builds, 4080 super builds. And it was, it's for $2,000. I can get that for $2,000 and save myself $3,000 and get a computer that's absolutely fine for me. I can't justify wasting. And so that's what I ended up doing. And if I had waited for the computer, I still would have spent over $5,000 for it, and I'd still be waiting for it. I feel like I want to lean back or something. This mic is driving me insane. All right, something about that right there that I like. Where are we at? I need 2 more battle mages. These battle mages appear as though they're going to pop on the next round. We can go upstairs and possibly we didn't pull something up there. Nope. Yeah, there's one, but it's a noble. That's got to be a rare spawn. I don't know if I even remember seeing a noble before. No, I wasn't looking for a noble, so maybe it did spawn before, but it wasn't like a AA type of a, it wasn't that kind of rare. It was just. All right, there we are. So, I think we're in a position right now where these will pop. Even if the server comes down, we should get one more pop. I have no evidence that the server is coming down. I'm reading an interesting thread on Discord. All right. Now people are saying, is there a way for quests to show on your map? Like, where they light up blue or whatever. And then somebody said, I believe the Tranquil Sea was the last expansion that gave quest helper notifications. They actually got rid of some, in my memory. I've done every major quest line in each expansion over the last 2.5 years. I don't recall seeing any in Kingdom of Sky. Devs made a public posting about it. They indicated no more hand-holding. And by this point in the game, you should be able to figure it out. Then somebody claims that Anasti Sul, known as Origins, is the most populated server. And then this server I'm on, Majdual, is the second most populated. And then Antonia, I think he said, is the third. No, Halls of Fate is the third most populated. And then somebody said nobody's ever said that. Origins and Barsoon aren't the same thing. And the next person said, not sure what this means. I mean, those servers suck way more populated than Barsoon. Those servers sucks. And way more populated than Barsoon since launch. I've never seen a better server than Barsoon. And it's already kind of dead. Lame. Homie got lost on his way home to the World of Warcraft Discord. He says only 42 online in Varsoon, level 95 on this server, is one of the most populated. My God, this game is beyond dead. It isn't even worth coming back. Feels like a waste of time. And then the response is this guy got lost on his way to the World of Warcraft Discord server. Because if you know anything about World of Warcraft, there's constantly someone saying that the game is dead and they're never coming back. Then someone made the point that being a member, when that guy bought those, when he spent the 336,000 Daybreak cash, that he saved $300. So he goes, that's a good discount. Because that's 10, And then the next guy, of course, then you got to get your wise guy in there. Really saving the bank there makes me want to buy them. Sarcasm. Is why I don't gamble. I'm willing to use my monthly Daybreak cash, but they still haven't updated that in 2 rotations. I need to consider not playing a T1 any longer. I bought 600... Okay, we got stuff going on. I bought 613 crates now. 613 crates. And no buff. Showing up to a raid, being 200 fervor behind someone that opened a random crate and got a buff. What's the point of trying to improve your character through gameplay at that point? And then somebody's like, yeah, and the medallions that you get inside of those crates are still don't bring any value. Yeah, enjoy checking the forums conversations. Well, it is 9, so this is not. I did not get a warning to get to a safe place. This will not be a safe place when I log in if the server goes down right now. So far, my 2 tormented battle mages have not popped. Our best bet is inside of the building. Not this building, but... Did this guy pop yet? No. Battle priest. That is not a battle mage. Come on, I have a feather. No. You can take your cigarettes and put them where the sun don't shine. At least when I'm moving around, I have stuff, that pops into my head to discuss, talk, various things as I'm moving around. But when I'm just sitting here waiting for a pop, my brain turns to oatmeal. What is this thing? Yeah. There's a lot going on at the end game that I'm just not familiar with. Because I tend not to lurk in the upper end of the game. Okay. Something must have popped around here. I did just pretty much kill everything in sequence. Yeah, there we got a war witch we don't need. War witch, I needed you the other day. I needed you. And why did my mercenary decide the door was not the appropriate way to get in here? See if he leaves through the door. Nope, look at him. Mercenary. All right, I'm going to back in real slow. See if he walks through this door. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Come on in. Coming in the door. No, where is he? Friend? Friend? And of course, how about if I go out this way? Tra-la-la-la-la. Bizarre. Sir, you are not a battle mage. Is it going to get to the point where I will be in tears when a battle mage pops? This is my life's work. I finally got my final battle mage. 2 more mobs that are not battle mages that could have been. Why is it that Apple phones ding twice for one message? Oh my goodness me, oh my. It's battle mage number 11 out of 12. My otherwise burly voice has left. Alright, let's get this last battle mage. Let's put an end to this silliness. Give me the whole zone. Of course, I have 3. Look, 3 battle mages. I need 1. The danger to Freeport has been reduced now that I have destroyed a number of the undead. And we also got a war witch. 2 war witches. So we had 3 battle mages in that batch and 2 war witches. And our standing with the Academy of the Arcane Science has been the Arcane Science better give me something a little bit more. You know what? I've already paid my due to them. So, alright. There we go. Oh gosh. Got aggro upstairs. And now we went downstairs, and now we went upstairs, and now we went downstairs. Alright, there we go. Ancient Dragoon Scale Mail. I haven't seen this one before. I will keep it since it seems to be a rare drop. We are related. We are going to go to Freeport and then we're going to celebrate with our quest finishing song because we just finished a quest.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
Webmaster rated with a group of 7. Why didn't it pop up on my... Why did it not pop up on my thing when he made his comment? Alrighty, well, we're going to re-rack these writs. Putting on those writs. It's going to be harder for me. Now I got to have a good memory of which ones I've done and which ones I haven't done. So, let's bring up our spreadsheet. We're going to finish our constructs of malice, our tortured invaders, our tormented band mages, and our tormented rangers. Now, from the Sea Furry Buccaneers, I have to figure out which one is the Blighted Denzians. Blighted Denzians. We're going to stop at the bottom one first. And it doesn't really say there, so I'm going to accept it. Does it say Blighted Denzians? It does.
Very valuable.
We got it
Thank
right
you
the
for a
first
job
time.
Well done. I'm afraid we have another urgent matter that requires
Next.
your skill.
Let's go find our friends over at the... Whoop, 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 whoop. I should go to settings and not... Because right now I told it to fade. All right, so it reconnected. Yeah, I totally missed the webmaster raid with 7. And it maybe hit at the same time that I was hitting a mob or something. So I got that one. Now, I'm at the Dismal Rage. Dismal Rage, I need the one called Mindless Corpses. Well, it's not called Mindless Corpses, but it gives the... I don't think this is it, but let's take a look at this. I need Mindless Corpses. Net Castle. I don't want to go into Net Castle. I don't think this is it anyway. No, this is Cackling Cadavers. Done already. So we're going to get rid of this. We need the one that is... Dang it. Not web. Natural resources.
Welcome, newcomer.
Shadowed Men. Not it.
You seek membership.
Not it. H. No, I'm not targeting him. So now his sales box comes up again. Gathering of Bones. Gathering of Bones is Blighted Patrons, and I need...
To our esteemed holy order. You must show us your zeal by completing this crusade that I set before you.
Mindless.
The specifics are found within the pages of this divine document.
I need mindless corpses, dude. I need mindless corpses. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this dialogue box over here. I need mindless corpses. Gathering of Bones. Is that the one I just did?
Newcomer.
Blighted Patrons.
You seek membership.
Oh, for goodness sakes me. Is this good Twitch viewing? No, it's not.
Salutations.
Trapped.
Welcome.
Trapped is mindless corpses. I'm looking for mindless corpses. I got the right one.
Esteemed holy-
Okay, good. So we have 2. We got to go next door, get the third one from the Finger Wigglers. That was a priest that we just got it from. Now we're getting it from the mages. And the mages need to give us the Anguished Gluttons. Anguished Gluttons. I don't know. I'm going to start at the bottom and just go from there. Anguished Gluttons? No. Those are War Witches. Well, thank goodness we don't need that one. Hail. Anguished Gluttons. I'm going to go the second one up. Anguished Gluttons. Amen, bro. Amen, bro. I'll take your Anguished Gluttons. Right there. Last one we need. From the Fighters Guild. I'm just doing some bookkeeping off screen here. And then the last one we need is from our fighters. And the fighters are going to give us Nereus Vandals, which I think are those clowns on the beach. In neck. And we will get there by doing a little move known as down and around the corner. Watch my prowess as I go down and around the corner. And as you know, as all good citizens of the world of Norath know, we're going downstairs for this next update. We're going to take a look at these, and we're going to figure out which one gives us Nereus Vandals. Nereus Vandals. We're going to go with Pursuit of Happiness.
Well, I can't say I'm not surprised to see you in one piece.
Bingo, bro.
Perhaps you're stronger than you appear. Of course, anyone can get lucky. Take this writ and
As they said in October Sky, we got one. And then, of course, it blew up at that point. Whew. All right, bro. Whenever Wub does a raid, I should immediately end the stream, because then it gives me the average viewers will go up, because whenever somebody raids, everybody in the raid tends to leave unless they were out, making a sandwich or something. Then they stay in, but the way Twitch works is the next level of streamer, streamer affiliate is, I think it's the next level. I don't even know. But anyway, you have to have the bar is very low. Very low. It's averaging 3 viewers. You have to have 50 followers, I think, which I only have 7. And then you also have to have an average of 3, which I tend not to do. I think they count me as a viewer because I have the stream on. But that's it. So I usually average 1.8 viewers. Meaning, for the majority of the time, I'm just streaming to thin air. Right. Nereus Vandals, Gluttons, Mindless Corpses, and Blighted Denzians. Unfortunately, what this means is, it is a trip back to Fallen Gate again. My plan for the moment is I'll continue to do these writs. That'll be the end of them. There. And then I will shut the stream down for a moment and come up with another title for the next stream, which will be, we're just going to do the quests in pick an area. I'm not feeling Neck Forest right now, so Thundering Steps is probably going to be it. I could do Butcher Black. I just feel like Butcher Black maybe isn't quite, I'm not quite ready for, is it really is not part of the original Shattered Lands, the original, what people might call vanilla EverQuest experience. Butcher Black came in with the Echoes of Fadewar. So, if we take a look at my little overview that I've made here, you will see that, my options. I can close Discord. I got what I needed. I've done the Queen's Colony, and then I actually betrayed, and I did the Outpost of the Overlord. I mean, the other way around. I did Outpost of the Overlord when I created a new character, and then, believe it or not, I was able to go in and play all the Queen's Colony quests as well, which people online said that you can never go back. But I did that. I've done everything locally in both of these zones. And I have done the Common Lands quests. And I've also done the Antonica quest there. And I've done the Frostfang Sea quest. So far I've done, I think you can see my highlighting on stream. I've done all of these, Darklight Wood included, and the Timorous Deep. So Thundering Steps seems like the next way to go. And then Nectulos Forest, it's just kind of dank and dark in there. That's kind of why I'm putting it off. But yeah, that seems backwards though, doesn't it? If I'm going to do Thundering Steps, I should probably be Trey. Just so I'm a good guy in there, because that is still a good guy type of zone. Yeah, it's a lot to think about. So this was released in 2004, the Shattered Lands, or the original game. The box famously had two sides on it. You had the good guy side and the bad guy side. Then there were two little adventure packs that came out. And then the Desert of Flames came out 11 months after the release of the game. And it was a smaller expansion. The content was a little bit smaller, but they didn't wait long. And then Kingdom of Sky came out in February. So, what was that, 6 months later? So, like a half a year release. And then Echoes of Fador came out within that same year as well. So they were pumping out some content, but they had a fairly big team, at that time. So that team was probably building up. I don't know the specifics. I'm just talking out of my rear end here. The team must have been growing, and that's when they had their most leveraged. Kingdom of Sky was just a very strong showing. And unfortunately, expansions cause changes. And whenever there's changes, there's the opportunity for some people to think, it's not. This game isn't what it used to be. But I think one of the things about that line of thinking is that sometimes the player isn't who they used to be when a new expansion comes out. And some people are just ready to move on. They would anyway, right? But it doesn't feel the same to them, and so a lot of times they will find fault in the content. When, like any games are relationships. I said it the other day. Games are relationships, and relationships change over time. And some grow together, and some grow apart. And part of, I guess, life is accepting that. Sometimes relationships grow apart. And that's, you probably shouldn't fight it. Games change over time and people change over time. And that's why the younger you are when you get married, the more likely it won't work out, because look back at yourself. If you're 50 years old, look back at who you were when you were 18. It's a totally different person. And now you take two people that are 18 and they get married, and then you fast forward to where they're 40. We're taking a random age. Those two people that got married at 18 are not the same two people that are 40 years old. And if things in a great world, a cool world, they still get along exceedingly well. But in other worlds, more than half the time, those two people aren't compatible anymore. I think the other thing is, early on in relationships, people tend to be more willing or more likely to accommodate the other one because they're still novel. At the beginning of a relationship, it's still quite novel. And you get those extra little, you have dopamine popping whenever you're around the person at the beginning of a new relationship. And you don't get those little typically, as the relationship moves on, you start taking that person for granted, and that doesn't mean in a negative way. It just means that you may not think about them constantly. It might mean that you forget how lucky you are. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's just you don't know what you've got until it's gone sometimes. And here we find ourselves back in Fallen Gate yet again. But I do believe we probably won't find ourselves back in Fallen Gate after this series.
The spider's web.
There may be a heritage quest that leads us down in here, so never say never. I don't want to aggro these snakes, and I just did. I think I'm just going to make a run for it. I'm going to put my mercenary on peacemaker mode. I am just going to run through this, try to steer so my character does not turn and face the aggro. Certainly some of these will drop off at some point. So we got a little cushion here where we can try to shake some of these aggressive people. All right, come on up here. Let's go back in fight mode, okay? Mindless corpses. Mindless corpses, blighted denizens. We're getting a whole truckload of them. We're getting a whole truckload of them. Can I pull enough of these at one time to kill myself? No, to unalive myself. For whatever reason, that other phrase is. Words. Yep, I missed old Master. Popping in and saying hey. And I had everything in place for me to hear. And yet fail. What's this? Mantle of Invigoration. Oh, a bare-chested sun gun. I didn't actually want to loot that. How am I doing? I got 7 of 12 blighted denizens. I got 1 mindless corpse. None of this stuff lights up. I don't know. We'll aggro it and deal with it. Why not? Let's grab some bats while we're at it. So I got to figure out. I turn the game sound down, but that also my speakers, but that also turned down this message sound. Yeah, this is too quiet. Let's try that. I got to get a balance between where it doesn't pick up my microphone. My microphone doesn't pick up my speaker sound. All right, so that's definitely louder. Should not interrupt the... Oh, there's one. Hiding around the corner, are you, you mindless corpse? Pulled that dude right through the wall. Hey, he's got a name. We'll save him for last. Save the old tasty named guy for last. And then, sir, I'd like to place an order for one exquisite chest, please. If you might be so bold, upon dying, just bequeath me an exquisite chest. And it is small. Small? Trader satchel. You know, that 8... I'm sure if you're not running around with 50 slot bags, that 8 is manna from heaven, but wow. Okay, we're just going to come in here and just grab a little handful of juice. Who should we take out? This mindless corpse. Stay behind me, boys. Stay behind me. So, number 2 son, second born son, he's the other streamer. He's the one that told me he was going to head on off to bed and raided me with 7, although he was one of them, so 6. I'm waiting for number 1 son to give me a call because I need to help him start moving a few things. Well, we don't really call, we text. Can I get this corpse without getting all the fish in the sea? Those 4 named are standing there. It's almost like it's the law that I have to go get them. Just following the law, ma'am. Hello, boys. Just following the law. If you wouldn't mind, I got shortchanged on my exquisite chest. If you wouldn't mind, maybe just tossing one on the ground there. And no. Treasure chest. Let's see what a mantle of madness looks like. Does it have like skulls on it? Is there like flames and like chains and stuff? Cute. Not. Yeah, you know, in this game, I'm not really into the chainmail. Chainmail is fine when I played the Dirge. You know, pretty much that's what you wore. As a scout, you wore chain. But that sinking feeling in your gut when you see text behind you. I don't even know if I need to be up here. Blighted Denzians? No, those are behind. Mindless corpses are down there. Nereus Vandals are in a different zone. And then the Anguished Gluttons are down deep. How did I... What? Yeah, let's turn chat off. Not, I meant in-game chat, not, oh, there's some blighted Denzians. So, it's at least, it's 2, and these updates aren't going to be that difficult. It's the, Anguish Gluttons, I think. The Anguish Gluttons might be sharing a spawn with another type of creature. I think there were 2 more around this corner. At least the potential for 2 more. Come on, Tormented Battle Priest. You know you want to come over in this. You know you want to join the fray. He doesn't. If we get away with it, we're not going to engage. Nereus Vandals. Nereus, right? So the word Nereus makes me believe they're standing on the beach. In the Neck Forest Beach. I almost feel like I want to just wait for a... Oh, do I though? Do I want to wait for a respawn? Yikes. Do I wait for a respawn? I don't think so. Nah, I don't. Because you saw me earlier waiting on a respawn. That was painful. Me awkwardly trying to think of something to talk about. Webmaster is raiding with a party of 7. Just about had him killed, and then we grabbed 3 more. Why not? Alright, macro attack, do your thing. I admire people who can learn a bunch of different, like, alt, like their alt and their control, and they're doing all their attacks with keys. Well, obviously the upper end, really amazing players do that, but sometimes, the old crusty boys like me, we just do a lot of clicky the button. I am not clicking the button because I have a macro on my mouse that presses 1 for me. I'm really surprised dogs are not up yet. We're at 20 minutes before 10 o'clock in the morning. But they tend to go to bed with my wife. If she goes to bed first, they go to bed with her. If she goes to bed second, they go to bed with her. And I had I didn't have an early night, but it was maybe midnight. And then she probably went to bed at 2 because she was building a puzzle. And whatever reason, building puzzles wakes her up rather than puts her to sleep. Maybe I should let her watch my stream. She'd probably be asleep by 8 o'clock at night. I'm solving problems. I'll be doing gluttons. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 feathers. Oh, I hope there's a feather I'm not seeing, because you know what 9 feathers means? I'll be 1 short. Oh, please have miscounted. I need 10 more gluttons. I need 9 more gluttons. I need 8 more gluttons. And I need 7 more gluttons. Alright, let's deal with reality. Let's count the feathers left. I need 7 more gluttons. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sigh. Oh, how do you do this to me, EQ2? I need 3 more anguished gluttons. 3 more. Maybe there's one in the by the little boiling pot around the corner, and I just don't see it. Right? Let's have positive thoughts. There's one. Oh, the meat stripper says. Wasn't there a Chippendale dancer named Meat Stripper? Okay. There it is. He was around the corner. Never give up, friends. Never give up. There's always hope right around the corner. You just don't know it. We need 2 more anguished gluttons. All right. Oh, look at there. Look at there. We got 1 extra. And now the negative thinker would be, oh great, now that they're linked, now I got 2 more to kill. Not us here though, we're super positive. Here on the EverQuest II radio station. And we're extra positive because our Diet Mountain Dew is always ice cold. There we go, ladies and gems.
You just finished a quest. Oh yeah. Raise your sword up in the air. Claim your loot and take a rest. In EverQuest, you are the best.
We're gonna go in there and get the chef. We're gonna go get the... I'm gonna turn that up again slightly in case someone accidentally sends me a chat message. I'll actually notice it. Chef Turk, we got this boy yesterday. These are Chef Torre. Even he just dropped a treasure chest. It's one of those days, and it's an exquisite chest free day here at the EverQuest II Twitch channel. I didn't really... Arm guards of disgust. Arm guards of disgust. Let's take a look at them in the... here they are. If any of you want your own Armed Guards of Disgust, they are available here on QVC. I don't have a ton of forearms in my appearance. Maybe they made the cut. Maybe they didn't. We'll decide later. We left one guy. So we're going to go finish up our mindless corpses and our blighted Adensians. And we're going to do it before this stuff here pops up again. And that waste, pick up shiny, cracked bone worth some platinums. Mindless corpses, blighted Denzians. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good, does it? We will finish the blighted Denzians, and the mindless corpses will pop back down below. So we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll just have to go do the Nereus Vandals, and then we will slime covered wraps. We have a pair of those already. Oh, did I get everything? Did I get everything there or what? Texian Dragoons. Well, we're gonna head down here, and they should have repopped in the meantime. There's a mindless corpse. We have one. It's Torture Ranger here. It looks like another Torture Ranger over there. But we only need 3 mindless corpses. Does that mean there's going to be 2? We only need 3, so 2 are going to pop. Come on. We just need 1 more. And you could be right around the corner. We don't know. Oh, should we see what's in the treasure chest? A round shield. Oh, no. A mindless corpse. That's all I need. Oh, no. What do you got in the satchel there, Granny? Ceramic idol? That's what you say. That is no ceramic idol. Well, we are finishing up our Ritz. We're about 2 hours and 15 minutes into the old Ritz. Putting on the city Ritz. Well, dressing like $1 million trooper. Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Doing city Ritz. snaky tortured raider. Tortured. I don't think there were any more mindless corpses around. Yeah. I think there were maybe a couple opportunities there, but then again, maybe not, because you would think there were 6 different mobs right here that if they could spawn as mindless corpses, that we would have gotten one. Fallen Gate is starting. Don't you just want to be outside after you've done a lot of dungeon work? And sometimes you just want to get back out in the open world again. Especially when it's a danky sort of, this is just a danky dark. Dungeon. Oh, there's Grandma's ceramic idol again. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Pandemic. Right, I'm starting to hear some voices upstairs. And by voices, I mean one, because there's only one person in the building. Here's what we're going to do. We're waiting for these things to repop. We're going to go to Chat GPT. I can't really. I got to see if something pops. And we're going to ask ChatBT to ask some questions. Here we go. Actually, I had some left over from the other day. We had Alice, Bob, Charlie, Daisy, Ethan. Fiona has a question. No, we got her question the other day. What's your favorite gear upgrade you've received? George asks, no, I answered that one. Hannah asks, are there any hidden quests or secret areas you're excited to explore next? There we go. There's Hannah's question. Let's RP this, okay? Oh, I think we have a question. Let's see what it is. Oh, here we are. Hannah. Hannah asks, are there any hidden quests or secret areas you're excited to explore next? It tends to be, especially when I'm doing a zone like Fallen Gate that I have to spend hours in, that it doesn't matter what the next zone is. I am excited to do it. So, yes, I am excited to do. I would actually be more excited to do Thundering Steps than I am to do Neck Forest, because Neck Forest has the same motif, the same environment or whatever, the same feel as Fallen Gate. They're closely related, so that makes sense. And it is the evil side of the world. So, but what am I like? If I take a look at between Quest 1 and Quest 8000, what in the entire game am I most looking forward to? The content? I should probably specify an expansion that gives me the most, that, kind of motivates me to keep going. I would say That's hard. It's either Kunark or Fadeware. I'm almost going to have to say the Echoes of Fadeware expansion is the one that I'm mostly looking forward to, because once I do Kunark, it will mean that I am all done. I've already finished all of Fadeware. But if I pick Fadeware, which I really enjoy, it also means that I still have Kunark to look forward to. So I'm mostly looking forward to Echoes of Fadeware. Now, there aren't any hidden sort of... In the game, there's probably one hidden quest, and that's... It's weird. You go fishing, and it's in Kinos. You go into the city of Kinos, and you take something out of... by the priests, and you put it somewhere else, and it gives you... It's like a completely undocumented quest. And it doesn't show up in your quest journal. So... There's hidden achievements, like hug 50 people or something, and that's probably out of the game now because you're probably not allowed to hug people randomly. Oops, I hear the sounds of a brown dog approaching. I hear the noise of a brown dog approaching. Here, let me hit my macro. You gonna come up here a second? Say hi. Over here. We're fighting. We're fighting. We're fighting. Brown dog. Brown dog is here. Brown dog is here. Do you have anything to say? You want to talk in the microphone? No, nothing to say. All right. Brown dog. White dog is here. Come here, white dog. Come here, white dog. Come on, white dog. You got to come and say hi. White dog is up. Everybody, let's see if white dog has anything to say. White dog is just slightly shorter than brown dog. White dog looks really weird at this angle. Yeah. Yeah. What's it like to be a white dog, huh? What's it like to be a little white dog? Are you guys here to go outside? Yeah, that like indicates yes. Hey, look at what we got. We have an exquisite chest. We've been waiting around forever for our exquisite chest, and we finally got one. We got the leggings of reflex. Look at these babies. I think these are the ones with the red knee. Does it look like I'm ready to go to like an all-male review dance? Here. So if I turn around, I want one mindless corpse behind me. Here we go. No. No. All right. If I run down this ramp, I want down this ramp. I want down this ramp. I want one mindless corpse here. One mindless corpse, please. Mindless invaders. I want a mindless corpse. Nope, not going to happen. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to Old Snake Root right here. This is a safe zone in the game. And I am going to end it there. When we come back, we will be done completely with the Freeport writs. I will do happiness, the pursuit of happiness offline. I will wait for my final mindless corpse to pop. And for the time being, at least, we will be done with putting on the writs. And we will come up with a snappy little name for either the Freeport, the Thundering Steps quest, or the next to Los Forest quests to find out. It'll be as big a surprise to me as it is to you. Thanks for watching. If you are a person that watches the VOD, thank you for taking the time to watch the VOD. It motivates me to continue to make content. I don't need 1,000 people to watch my stuff. If one person watches it and enjoys just having someone to listen to for a little while, that's all that matters to me. You give me a point to what I do, and it's very good for my mental health. If, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to sign off before the dogs poop on the ground. Not only did I finish my city task, I got an AA point. And now I'm juicing 333 AA points. At level what? 22, boys. 22. Alright. Or girls. Anyway, let me summarize what I was saying. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And I'll see you very soon.